point that out if we actually see it, but we saw it throughout the qualifier process, and they definitely had some really nifty stuff there. What I'm also curious about on the FaZe side of things is, like you said, they've been cycling through a bunch of different compositions. They've tried Breach, they've tried Reyna, they've tried all kinds of stuff, and you can tell that they've been kind of scrambling to find comfort on this map. So is this comp it?
Here's one of those flash moments where Asuna is not just going to play for B. He's going to push through this. Wants to catch off a couple of connectors. It did look like Raucus maybe was prepared for a potential contest, but it's hard to make that argument when he gets his head pulled off like he did. Spike will go down, and look at the post plant setup. They're moving all the way through over towards this A connector, but to be fair, for FaZe defensively, they're doing okay to try to battle up against it. The problem is Nitro's also lurking mid-map, and these kills just a little bit too good. He'd go even beyond that.
He can come up with what pieces of utility and what set plays he can build, and that was a really well-designed pistol round.
More aggression coming through. It Steel's actually able to lock down first blood. That's down towards sewers at A with the Marshall. Two defensive members for FaZe are still possessing over towards the A site, but Aldrone will move Asuna forward, looking for aggression. Guiding light comes through, but not before Baby Bay can find the first blood. That will actually push this 100 Thieves offense completely back.
Yeah, it does, but they know that they're up against a low-bot FaZe. So they know that that commitment has likely caused a massive rotation from FaZe, and they would be correct. So they can start redirecting attention now. They're making sure that their mid is clear with the Trailblazer, which they have done. They're starting to force FaZe to respect that they could be dropping back. But all FaZe has done is just recommit to reinforcing A, and they've doubled up and done a sewers push. So now they're even kind of better off to defend against attack than they were prior. So 100 Thieves kind of missed the mark here just a little bit.
Flash will come through. Baby J not able to find the first blood. Main point of entry. Corey, though, picks up the Marshall able to find one. Nitro in the back does make sure that Baby Bay is kept honest, but does he expect Corey? Does not seem to be. Corey able to find the kill. Rock is still potential to play from the front here. Steel is low on HP. This is still very winnable. And beyond that, 100 Thieves are actually looking to rotate this spike out. Raucus is maybe considerate of this potential play, but doesn't want to overchow, and that will at least allow a regrowth and likely behind that also a plant.
Such a crafty play from 100 Thieves, kind of realizing the situation and getting out of it, and they'll be able to take the spike plant on to C. Like I said, they got the regrowth on the Steel, so they got him back up to speed. They still hold the superior firepower for the most part, other than Corey having a Phantom, and they're able to start setting up post plant. So this is a tough one now. Problem is, 100 Thieves don't really know where FaZe are coming from. Yeah. So they have to kind of stick together and hope that they can get the read, which Ethan is going to get. He spots one, able to get away. Smart.
Flash will also be there just to delay. Go off a little bit of time. And yeah, the flash actually does not fully give them the opportunity that they were looking for. So 100 Thieves again just killing off time, killing off space. FaZe moving quickly though. Ethan for one. Stays relatively healthy. Corey needs to be very cautious about how he wants to take this challenge, but also needs to isolate it.
To navigate to the C site, get a win, get 2-0 up. It wasn't clean by any means, but they got the job done nonetheless. And now they get to play this bonus round. Now they're going to go for the set C play. They have some beautiful set C plays with this roster.
Yeah, look for that paranoia to come through with that guiding light. There it is. This is exactly what we would expect.
He'll dash into
paranoia
the smoke.
Right on the right. Yep, this is exactly what we saw. This is so wonderfully done. But to be fair, FaZe have actually backed off. So yes, they give up the site, but they don't give up any numbers. And that's actually pretty key for FaZe trying to retake with a lot of utility still to use.
Yeah, that's their response. Like, okay, you have this really cool multi-layered C set piece. We'll just let you have the site. We'll play retake. And that burns a lot of 100 Thieves' utility, right? They don't have that much now left over for the post plans. It's really come down to positioning and fragging. They're all playing for long C, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, good fragment, though, Steel.
Yeah, this
could be a good lineup.
This could be nasty.
Yeah, you can't really do
anything. It's going to go out early. Ethan flashes, wants to check, finds one. Not going to get more beyond that. Baby J for the trade. And a lot of smoke in the way here could potentially allow an opportunity, and Baby J actually keeps Nitro responsible. So now the entire post plant has to come through C long, and the setup is decent. Team shots coming through for FaZe. Baby J trying to lock things up. More spam shots coming through, and the retake will be successful, but just barely.
But they weren't able to get that follow-up they needed, and FaZe really managed that retake effectively. Like, they didn't follow the pressure. They just kind of calmly approached it and got it.
A beautiful first blood here from Baby Bay. Also reads a number of more 100 Thieves members trying to aggress onto the B side after they find themselves on pistol upgrades. But with that first blood, 100 Thieves will back away. Watching the C garage actually is Baby J. He completely gets up and leaves the C side. And I don't know if he really got a chance to know how many players were in front of him, but he will push them back. And what the shock dart is that?
That was so well done. You know, Corey could kind of tell that they were making that pivot. He's able to slowly back off. Shot Dart comes in, does a lot of chip damage. Now Corey's spotting them crossing into the lobby area. He's going to be able to take the 1v1 against Nitro. Doesn't get the frag, but able to back up with the hot hands down, stall them out. Now they're pushing to come from 100 Thieves through with the guiding light up long, and they're actually able to get into the site.
Counter curveball, though, does slow things up just a touch. And yeah, Zach has also gotten into this. And look at all the information coming through from Raucus. Yes, Nitro finds one, but that will be all that is.
Keep it along, you know what I mean? But if those two are feeling it, if those two are playing that assertive play style and, you know, landing the mark, they're always a nightmare to deal with.
Defensive recon bolt sent deep in through A lobby. Baby J moving up towards C long. Help here from Baby Bay.
Ooh.
We'll enunciate that because it will trip me up.
Yeah, the double babies, the baby squared is definitely.
He didn't say they. When we asked Smeeg about it, he was like, "What do we call these? Just call him Baby Smeeg."
I don't know. I'm gonna let that. I don't think that one really hits. I think they need to go back to the R&D department and try to come up with a little bit of something else. But you know, up to them.
Fair.
As I thought Baby Square was pretty good, but you know, teach their own. As we are gonna see 100 Thieves dart back over. Start pressing a little bit onto A side. Zachary with the jump peek is going to spot both players there. Guiding light sent through, but no follow-up. 100 Thieves knows that they've been sniffed out and wants to kind of fall back. They send the Seekers to kind of keep that A presence there, but they're also looking to get some mid control.
Good information here, though, from Corey. After he saw both the Jet and the Sky try to push their A long, he hit the run it back, clears off A long. So now he can make the quick rotation back up to the teleport. Raucus mid-map, able to find one. Steel needs to still commit to this, and Baby Bay watching the opposite angle. But even for the trade, Asuna there as well to follow up, and that's two for Asuna. Now Baby J, the only defensive member that could really still hold off for this spike plant. Still holding for it is Ethan, but Baby J's allowed to get a second, and then Zachary cleans things up from the opposite angle. Beautiful retake, and really just a full-on contest from FaZe again defensively.
Yeah, great job by FaZe getting some good information on the A side of the map. FaZe accurate or not, but what the heck? He's the only player I know of in top Valorant that comes from the console world. We have a lot of Overwatch players and Counter-Strike players and Fortnite players, all PC-based shooters. This man, a Halo player. That's a big transition.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, trying to get aggressive. The Nullify was used. Also looking to take advantage by moving forward, but Baby J denies. Baby Bay, who's trying to make sure nobody pushes through the C garage window, means that he's left Corey off by his lonesome. The late rotate not going to be good. Ethan for two, and once again, 100 Thieves have created just enough space to plant.
Indeed, they are. They're going to have a 4-on-3 post plant here. They're still going to have the one shock dart available, I should say. They have no fragment left over from Steel, so they're going to have to kind of play more on site because they don't really have the utility to convert diffusers from the back. But yeah, this flank could be the problem.
Oh, but he doesn't actually convert into the shots. Ethan looked like he was dead to rights. Maybe a more beyond that, but does not fall. Shots will not land, and now it's up to Zachary and Raucus to decide how do you want to go into a 2v4 retake situation, and Steel may have just closed the door completely, and yeah, he should.
Nitrous from the shadows could be huge.
Seen a lot of early aggression from 100 Thieves, but it looks like they will kind of pump the brakes here a touch. And Baby Bay. That's what to say. He wants to get aggressive. The shot dart timing nearly pays out. And yeah, I was about to say, C long is also done and dusted. It's completely held by the Cypher.
Yeah, and this is big. This allows such more flexibility for FaZe to rotate. Raucus now trying to use his Hunter's Fury in just the right place, knowing that C had been cleared out. He could gamble it on short. Was able to get some damage in, and now Baby J's flank able to set in. Huge! That's so big.
Yeah, you have to feel like if you're Baby J and you miss out on a second opportunity for free kills, that's going to really rattle the confidence, but he converts this time. And yeah, beautiful read as well from Raucus to get the Hunter's Fury in play, dealing a lot of damage. Steel tagged up. They have to peek, and whoa, it's actually a really nifty peek from Steel. Does open up a bit of space to retract backwards and maybe open up some space towards C, but Baby Bay kind of hitting the same flank again, so this is very quickly 100 Thieves getting over towards C, but they're not going to expect the fact that you've already got this flank completely concealed.
They did spot Raucus with that knife, but yeah, like you said, that flank is still going to be a problem
30 seconds
here.
Left.
Like it's going to go down, but yeah, Baby Bay just finds a perfect moment.
Asuna's only bit of safety would occur here at the garage entrance, but Baby Bay dashing forward will not allow him a chance to get away, and that will be another beautiful defense from FaZe. Again, 100 Thieves just really caught, honestly, the aggression.
FaZe are, you know, using their aggression to try to exploit, and you can see the adjustment. This round they are going to have Nitro kind of keeping tabs on that C side again, and just kind of making sure that they're not allowing FaZe to kind of cheat a flank early.
Huge responsibility here from Steel. He's going to be tagged by the recon. Easy first elimination, but Ethan still holding on, nearly gets a second look. That would have been big. BabyBay down to 10 HP, but the gunfight does turn out in favor of FaZe, who now enjoy a 4v3.
Yeah, BabyJ still has, tabs completely covered on the C side of the map, so we're not too worried about that. He is going to go ahead and spot, and he'll play off of it. Asuna tapped out. Great play from BabyJ. That's to give them now a 4-on-2. They're getting slowed down here. Nitro Company trying to get into C side and still get a spike plant, but in a 2-on-4, it's going to be so tough to stop FaZe from moving around ahead and stopping 100 Thieves from tying this thing up.
But Nitro does have a paranoia. Aldrone still available for Hiko, so the tools are there. And they can stay alive through this. There goes the paranoia. Cosmic Divide coming into play. Hiko finds one. That was a completely isolated pick. Nitro holding inside this dark cover. Backs away. Gravity Well now forced. Hiko for a second. Hiko for a third. 1v1.
Getting a lot out of their aggression. Who traded 2 for 1. And then Hiko still pulls that off. That is incredible. It's uncanny how often he does
it. It's unbelievable.
I mean, and that is been his trademark since like 2013 CS:GO.
Yep. Stinger in hand for BabyBay, able to find one quickly, but again, Hiko actually going to find 2 with the Hunter's Fury. Ethan for the 3rd in the mix. Nitro will find Tally the 4th. And Blanket, and you'll miss the round. Zach 1v4. Spike going to be planted, and well, Zach does have a little bit of space here. Maybe an opportunity to catch 1 or 2 off guard. There's the first. Does he expect the second? Maybe, but Hiko.
And now they've allowed themselves, based on that pacing change, and a Hiko clutch to get FaZe onto a low buy and have a chance to start extending a lead here.
Aggression through mid-grass.
Get out of my way.
Ethan in the window. Oh, that's easy. BabyBay looking to respond, though. Well found with the Blade Storm. So now a lot of forward position gained here for FaZe, plus a weapon. That's the big key.
And a neural theft as well from BabyJ to get some intel. Knows that his C push has come in. Still able to get the frag, but BabyJ able to keep things afloat. It's a 3-on-3. There's still a chance here for FaZe. They have a couple of weapons in hand.
And Asuda did go to the Blade, so he's only got a Ghost as a secondary option. Late Aldrone coming through. We'll scout out some information on what's coming through C Garage. Raucus playing deep through spawn. Hiko continuing to throw shoulders. FaZe need to set something up with the time, and Asuna has shut down one side of this play already. Spams through the segregated Hiko, who finds the kill just down to Zach. 1v3, 100 Thieves on the retreat through long, but do they line up? Zach for 2, he nearly...
Some play, including run it back for Corey. Let's see how it plays out.
Aggressive through sewers for the first time goes Asuna. Spike is not a part of this play, though, so just a bit of forward positioning. Ethan making sure that there is no Aldrone to scout him out, but also the run it back was spent, so that will be Asuna deleting it, and beyond that, pretty much having to back away. Yeah.
Just not letting it have any impact. That is such a brilliant move there by 100 Thieves to make sure that they kind of don't have to worry about that stressor anymore. That's off the table. And they can just kind of focus up on playing a more standard round. And look at this timing. BabyBay allows Steel to slip in, and that's why Steel is such a good player. He's so good at finding these little timings.
Wait, do they know that BabyBay is here? He's going to find the first elimination. Gets a little bit caught up on the doorway inside the dark cover, and then the gravity well behind that also delays Nitro just a touch. So
Spike planted.
It was looking a bit dire for a moment, but First Blood still does get capitalized. And now it's 100 Thieves, 4v5, post-plant setup. Nitro goes high, Steel plays back low. 2 more players holding on to mid. Cosmic Divide's going to come through to split up this offensive post-plant, forcing everybody to play from inside the site. Recon bolt in. Nitro, how much does he see? Maybe a lot, as Ethan's able to take advantage, but it is even trade so far. 3v2 situation. Rockets on 1 HP. Steel falls. Now it's just down to Hiko. He's done it before. Can he do it again? Shock Dart comes through. Still hasn't known if he wants it. Peaks finds one, but BabyBay there to deny anything further, and FaZe able to keep it within 1 round.
Yeah, so tough because I thought Steel had really done it by working towards this tie, and this has been exactly what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Banger.
Also
Lots of back and forth.
Yeah. Credit to Raucus as well. You kind of saw it from the overhead perspective.
Oh.
He finds a high-low setup and a little bit of toe tagging going on here. BabyBay taken down to 34 HP, so small health advantage for 100 Thieves, but not much else to speak of.
Yeah, they're able to keep Nitro stuck in the closet position, so they still have presence at long C. They're starting to threaten the garage as well. They also still have Steel playing over here outside of A, so they have pretty good posturing all across the map, but still have yet to really show their hand. Meanwhile, we do have FaZe kind of keeping tabs with their operator on both long and garage hallway. They still have one player on A. And they're basically playing retake A and B.
Dangerous situation here. Yeah, Baby J was trying to see if maybe that Nitro was still holding over towards the C cubby. Assistance from Baby J to try to check the angle, but no escape. And as the Seekers came out, Baby J will fall for first blood. So now all of a sudden, you've got 100 Thieves with numbers as they actually hit over towards the opposite side. They're here at A. Zach is the only defensive member that is here, but he might be able to catch one for free and does. So Nitro will fall. Steel not going to fully quit the plant initially, but we'll double check it and tries to push through the fragment. Not going to happen. A bit puzzling to be sure.
That didn't seem required when you still had a 4-on-4. Just let him plant, work out the retake together. Spring his life away. I don't know that I can agree with that one. And now Ethan and company making them pay for it. Ethan up to 4. Could ace here if he can find Corey. He's going to find Corey, that's for sure. That Trailblazer's right there waiting. Hi there, buddy.
Just delaying.
No charges left.
Curveball goes out. Not much that can happen here. You have to still go for it naturally. Last round of the half. But time is a big problem. If the 1v3 wasn't, it's almost like a 1v4 trying to play against the clock. Corey will find one and a second. Goodness, if he would have done this, it'd be 3 seconds sooner. Nearly gets one more, but not gonna happen. So Dust, it's a set.
Or post plant with Zachary's jumping out of heaven into Doom. That whole, whatever you want to call it, situation was a very costly one. As Austin tries to get aggressive. Oh, and he gets it later, Baby J. Holy cow. How's that happen?
That's gonna feel bad for Baby J. It's another kind of free kill that he misses out on. Corey curveballing in, but Nitro! Headshots locked in as he finds 2, and that is the majority of the push from FaZe Clan. They are still trying to force this one in, and they have gained space to get Raucus in position for a plant, but this is a 2v5 that even Hiko wants to try to contest sooner rather than later. Zach trying to gatekeep over through the link, but the long flank from Ethan is on the way, and it looks like 100 Thieves are just gonna wait for that before they go.
I mean, this round has just been like an open and shut case for 100 Thieves. It feels like Rocket and Zach are going to try to save the game here. And I mean, I guess they get one. That's cool.
And a plant?
Yeah, not bad. If that's what you're going for. But I mean, it's just start to finish. This is a chance for 100 Thieves to really extend that lead. They will be on the buy up here. And, well, there's Asuna. Again, you'll see him opping as well defensively with this jet.
Yep.
And he is actually pretty darn good in the games I watch. So you can go toe-to-toe with the best of them on the jet op. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Oscar's definitely been one of the best wolves in the region for quite some time. Definitely one of the most fearless. You really can kind of match Baby Bay in that regard.
Oh, for sure.
He is a student of this meeting.
Maybe an adjunct professor as well.
Yep.
Spam down from Steel. Able to find one. Asuna continues to try to poke away, but does get pushed back eventually. Still, though, numbers very heavily favor the defensive 100 Thieves, and still, it's really just on Zach to try to hit some shots with this Marshall. Everything else is just pistols. Ethan will take away Baby J, so now it is just a 2v5, and FaZe have gained no ground to work with really whatsoever.
This is looking like just a formality at this point, that we will see Raucus trying to get the spike into A side. Maybe try to get a little something out of it, but Pico, of course, will stand firm, cutting them off at the pass. It's getting pushed back, though, by a little bit of Asher utility as well as some damage being taken. So they will get into the site, and they will actually get the spike down, and they actually get Pico off the board. So 2-on-4, post plant, Steel on low HP. I mean, it's going to be a miracle, but there's a couple of factors out there maybe giving them a chance.
Zach only has 7 shots left, just in case things do start to get off the ground for this retake to grow some legs. Steel making his way forward, dark cover to block off Sewer. Plus also, looks to be a 0 point in the mix. Asuna has just hard scoped this angle all the way through. Zach seems to think about this could be a play, but Asuna able to find one. Just down to Rock, fantastic with the reload. Steel sticking for the defuse, and Nitro takes away the ability to reach.
Kind of curious to see Asa looking to take his Marshall this time at long A, so constantly repositioning that sniper. Makes sense. That's what you want to do with a jet. Be dynamic.
Attack from Asuna.
Shock dart. Ooh, so close to finishing the job.
Asuna underneath pressure, though. FaZe is really amounting a hit, and they have found the 2 kills required to get on in. So that should lead to a plant. Defensively speaking, it's really just Steel who is going to be here, but he's already tagged down to 29 HP. Ethan's nearby. He has a lot of utility to play with, and it looks like if there were to be a retake attempt, it might have to be based off Nitro coming from behind, but there's a trap wire in his way.
Yeah, that is definitely going to put a foil in those plans. That is for certain. You can see that In fact, Ethan was trying to come with him, and he does spot it, shoots it, alerts them to his presence. Trying to still lay down some utility, see if they still can't find a way, and they might flash through that smoke and try to use that to get in here, but BabyBay's going to play inside of it.
Just looking for exit at this point.
Yep.
Steel hasn't seen anything. And FaZe steals Nitro. Only other player to deal with would be just Ethan. Flash comes through, he will find one.
And there's definitely a big A focus early on here from FaZe. So this could be some fireworks early in this round.
Gravity will stall any potential early peek through sewer. Swasana will hold his ground there. Steel in support, same position. And then the peek. There's the first. Dashes away, no problem.
Yep. He's got reinforcements as well. Geeko up towards Heaven Steel here with him in Sewers to kind of give him a little bit of a bodyguard to help him get out. He pulls his daggers out, lands a nice one on the BabyBay right between the eyes and keeps 100 Thieves a man ahead.
Corey did snap back though. Spike has been collected, and I don't know if anyone knows that Steel is still playing inside a sewer here.
Probably not. I don't think he was ever spotted. And that could be a huge X factor if he does get killed on the Rockets. Corey, though, what a response.
Spike down A.
Needs to find more than that, though, and not going to be able to.
If he can get up close and personal with the dash, it could still be very valuable.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to look to just pounce. Maybe a little bit of a mid-to-C split. Again, we know the FaZe aggressive play style. Love these fast set pieces for late rounds. But Asana's here.
Don't double peek him. So first blood good, 0 point to clear out C Garage, and the only player not really tallied would be BabyBay trying to open up space, but denied by Nitro. And the hopes of this Thrifty really just squandered from the beginning.
Yep, Asana getting that early pick, not really allowing them to get through, and they needed to start launching up long C and try to get that stinger in the close range position. Of course, there wasn't too much investment from FaZe into this, so they can still get a full buy next round, so that's the one good sign, but you feel like that's kind of their last chance. Right?
Yeah.
If they lose that, 100 Thieves is likely finding pretty early access to map point, and you're probably force buying the rest of the game. And you're going to wind up with suboptimal buys, you know, all the way forward. So next round is a very big moment for FaZe. As close as the first half was, as back and forth as it seemed to be, 100 Thieves got just what they needed to get some separation at the end of the half, and now they've come out in the second half, and they've done a very good job.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The response needs to come through next round for FaZe. Be fine if you could maybe tally up another kill or two here. And how about it? Zach will find one. They know Nitro's nearby. Paranoia will come out. Flash as well. Nebula almost creating enough of a deterrence. Not going to happen though. Then Asuna, you would have thought a free pick right there, but Rocket stays alive through what looked to be a connection. Has a chance to maybe find one more. Looks like at Haven. The drive-through window.
That's the only thing on the menu.
Trailblazer stops any initial push. All drone to counter. 0 point also in the mix. A lot of information gained right there defensively. Oh my.
They know FaZe now realizes, okay, we can't run that play anymore. Like they know they're ready. So they're gonna just pivot back to A and try to do the same thing. And Austin's gonna be here to maybe get a pick and dash away. That's no run it back left.
And a second for Austin. Oh my goodness.
You know what?
That's the problem.
Here's the thing. BabyBay's sad because he got killed. But you know, like, there's also a slight smirk of, yeah, that's a Smeeg. There he is. You know, like there's got to be like a little respect there.
Steel watching over the mid cross. The only opportunity for FaZe to work for a plant would be here at B, but I mean, you see Ethan on the opposite side kind of watching almost the exact same angle. They line up, but the team shots are good. Zach considering a plant, wants to reposition. Hiko makes sure that no plant will be allowed, at least not initially. Hunter's Fury spent in the cause. And honestly, FaZe have survived through this pretty nicely.
Yeah, not bad. Considering how the round started, they actually have a plant. They have a 3-on-4. Zachary is low on health, so is BabyJ. And they're still a man down, it's all said and done. They still have a couple of ults, though. A neural depth could come into play here. If they can get a pick. Can help them maybe make something happen, but they're pretty bottled in here.
Zach pushing under the Nebula, but Ethan reads this. But BabyJ from the gong, not able to find a double. Could have been massive to try to secure the round, but now Raucus needs to hold things up. Trying to hold on to Hunter's Fury for as long as humanly possible. Hiko pushing. Damage will be confirmed, but Raucus, he gets caught. Trying to go immediately to the shock dart to deny the defuse. Hiko punishes, and with that, 100 Thieves on map point.
Yeah, it's just tough.
And that it just gives them so much variety into what they can bring to the table. Like we see, like against Steel, first time we've seen him play in this KO here. Also Asuna going to be tested again, and Baby Bay denied once more. And if there was a smirk last round, it's surely turned into a frown now, as this is now a 5v4, 100 Thieves looking to lock up map 1.
It's like a master being proud of his student, but he's still mad he got beat. You know what I mean?
In the worst way possible. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you use here? I mean, you have to trust that Corey can find something. You would have to feel like with run it back.
I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I feel like Asuna has gotten every opening hit on
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Other than the round where he was
still
still other than the Marshall bonus round, probably.
Marshall, yeah. Well, Corey did try to make the run it back play. Asuna, oh my goodness! Deals with the first iteration of the Blaze and then finds one more behind it. Oh boy. Now a 5v3. Rocket's gonna be revealed and steal a couple of spam shots just to be sure. Now the peek. Not gonna be denied by Rocket. Steal looks for the reload and maybe even finds an opportunity for Zach, but the trade will be there. Underneath 30 seconds we go though. And this is the last hope for FaZe. They have to make this play through C Garage, and wouldn't you know it, all of 100 Thieves are here pretty much ready for it. Cosmic Divide will try to provide a line in the sand. Corey looking to play an opposite angle, but you've got to find success no matter what you do here, and Ethan will not allow Nitro as well.
In the game as far as setting up pretty easy pop flashes and all that good stuff. But Yoder still has some pretty darn effective flashes, so we can still kind of give you that slight initiator vibe despite being in a duelist role. And again, this map is so large, I think that he can get a lot out of that gate crash.
Yeah,
so,
agreed. Especially with some of the angles that you can actually find cover on when you get onto a site. Yep. So those are definitely things to keep in mind. Flash comes through early. Asuna wants to control mid-map, and boy will he. There's two early in the pistol as Raucus will fall alongside Baby Bay, and 100 Thieves dominate mid-map.
A little bit of deja vu there, isn't it?
It really is.
Asuna making an aggressive play on C defense on Haven for a pick in the second half of the last one. There indeed is that large gate crash, but Corey was spotted out. Asuna with 3, might just ace.
Oh, but might get caught out, or will he? Oh boy. So Asuna now 2 away from an Empress in round 1. Here comes the play. Nitro able to get the kill, and you have to feel like Asuna will be awarded the defuse. So after
Nitro.
round 1, Asuna is going to be 1 away from having an early Empress. Maybe not. Just kidding.
That was kind of scummy, Nitro. Let your boy get an ace.
Flawless.
You know? He would have been right there for an ult immediately.
Finger, depending on how FaZe decide they want to play some of these offensive rounds early.
Yep, triple a Marshall purchase here for FaZe. A lot of long angles on this map, so it is one of those eco-type purchases that can sometimes be fruitful just because of how many long sight lines you might get to capitalize on with the Marshall. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves getting, once again, fairly aggressive out in the middle. Big control of elbow position. Asuna looking to push even deeper than that here. All the way past the pillar now.
And has this early Vandal. This is going to be such a huge advantage to play these corners however he so feels fit. Although, Rockets, some damage coming through, but it's Ethan over through elbow. FaZe not expecting it nor watching it at all, really. Finds 2, and that's going to be largely just the round right there.
Yeah, you get a little bit concerned because, you know, you're wondering, oh no, is Asuna going to get caught with this Vandal out on an island in front of pillar? Is that going to give FaZe a little bit of breathing room? But they're able to handle it. Now the tripwire is going to not really allow Baby J to...
Yeah.
Thinking about
you think he's like, can I sneak behind? No, you're not. You're not flanking, bud. Like you're not gonna make it. Unfortunate. Big sad. That's a great trapwire to have, by the way, because we definitely see that A-Hall position kind of get overlooked, and we saw it last series from Rise.
Oh
they
boy.
were able to abuse it.
Here comes Asuna. No, denied. Nice shot from Raucus. That's a rifle picked up, but only 15 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have to make their way through the large majority of what the Cypher setup is going to look like. Spy cam, trapwire. Spy cam will scout this all out. Guiding light to make sure, and then steal. Long range, clean for the second here.
Yep.
Alarm bot to keep the flank safe. What's the call here? Is it early aggression maybe in the cards? I mean, look at the setup, though. Defensively, Steel has a nice little corner picked out for him. And again, you still have Ethan that can throw his utility over. Yeah, he just has the Sheriff, but the Trailblazer and Guiding Light is huge. Here comes the hit. Steel first one to fall. Very quick take from Baby Bay. And that should lead to a plant. Corey is going to be able to lock down another angle as Ethan was tagged up. Power of the Sova coming into play in a 5v3 post-plant setup for FaZe.
Yeah, pretty just quick, bursty type of attack there from FaZe. Kind of something that's very characteristic of their team. Tough to crack open B, though. It's a very tight choke point just getting through that main archway position, especially if you don't have mid control to also attack from B tunnel side. But they put that Viper wall down. They kind of just catch Steel off guard in the corner. Very clean entry onto him, and that just kind of opens the floodgates. And hold the phone because 100Ds are making this really scary.
Nitro's found a free angle. He's just been waiting for a play to come through the middle or from behind. So now all of a sudden it's a 3v2 the opposite way. Shots from Hiko are really good. BabyBay fighting back. Able to tag him up to critical health, but Nitro finds one more. Time will not allow them to get this defused, but boy, that got a little bit too close for comfort for way too long this time. Puts himself in a corner where he's going to be forced to battle 1v multiple, but the Cyber Cage did not provide enough for him to get away. Fake out coming through with the Owl drone. That will actually keep Nitro from peeking. Still finds a chance, and boy, does he ever make good use of it. Corey will fall for first blood, and all of a sudden, out of the mix is Nitro. He's found a little bit of haven to play with the backside of the site.
But unable to escape completely. Maybe Jay gonna take him down. Hiko good for one. Maybe Jay continues to put the pressure on right now. Even spotting another player over towards mid doors over this railing. Asuna trying to get into the mix, is able to pick up a flank. It's Cave, and he actually gets the spike down. Oh no! Maybe Jay in a tough spot now, 1v2.
This would have to be a full ace for Baby J to secure the round. He knows the Asuna is in the back. No information on where Ethan is positioned. Asuna just kind of tapping away. There's Ethan for one, and Asuna denies the ace.
Definitely was very good at it, especially defensively in CSGO. He was very smart about angles he picked, timings, and stuff like that. Not necessarily like the flashiest shooter of the op, but he was just really smart in how he managed the weapon. And so seeing him that round, do what he could defensively on the A side, definitely a map that requires some defensive opting, I feel like, that it's so large. Cool to see him have it. A little bit of nostalgia. Even though that was only like a couple of years ago in CSGO.
Offensive pressure from FaZe through Caves has forced the Seekers out here in the eco round. Also, the Blades are in play for BabyBay. Clearing out spawn. No one is sure whatsoever what's coming around the backside. Awesome is also hit into the Empress. And he is largely the first point of contact that would have to be here defensively, playing deep into the site as Hiko.
Yeah. Taking off that position here. Does spot one. BabyBay misses the dash. Unable to get away. And Asuna gets two, and he's just feeding now. Finally silenced by Corey, but he's done so much damage.
Poison orb emitting.
Yep, Hiko knows exactly what's to come here. Poison orb will deny. Snake bite will delay. And all of a sudden, the defense still with good position mid-map.
30 seconds
Ethan,
left.
a little dicey, but is able to at least tag down. Baby J to critical HP. Steal makes good onto Corey. Also onto Baby J for his double. Zach, the last player left alive, and Ethan will find this kill. Nope.
So they definitely have a heavy toolbox to use in this round.
Yeah. Early aggression, though, from Asuna. Lots of damage onto Zach. Also denies any play through this top bridgeway. Asuna still wants more. The Leer comes out. Nitro working with them, but the trades favor FaZe. So now aggression comes through. Dimensional drift from Corey, trying to clear off space. The Recon Bolt also a part of this. And also, I mean, everything's being spent. Attacking Lockdown as well. Hiko's just going to back away. He could still fight this back. It's going to be a 1v1 with Corey to start. And actually, Corey's going to back out with the gate crash. That was a lot spent to never actually fully take the A site, but Raucus able to tilt the advantage even further in favor of FaZe as he finds one more, and now it's a 4v2.
I mean, they basically took the site. Yeah, didn't quite take it, but they pushed the defense back so heavily and rolled their numbers down so much that it was almost as valuable as taking the site and getting this takedown. And they are going to have, BabyBay now also pushed up top middle, potentially backstabbing defending spawns. I mean, this one's wrapped up for them. They just handled that A-Hall situation so well early on. I mean, BabyJ trading 2 for 1, that was so big. And then obviously just getting that space with the lockdown and with the dimensional drift. And now they're going to cash in.
Deal on the other side of the map. I would have to imagine probably will consider just playing for either an exit at best or what would be most likely just a full-on save. So FaZe able to strike. I mean, it does cost them a lot when it comes to ultimates. I mean, lockdown, dimensional drift. You have been at least able to get the Hunter's Fury and potentially Viper's Whip for next round, but I don't know, worth it in your mind?
Not sure. I'll come back to you on that.
All right.
I will give you a little bit of an update on what's going on around the scene. We do have Sentinels taking on Envy. That'll be up next. Winner of that gets a spot in Berlin. So Sentinels versus Envy going to be a very important matchup. And then, of course, the winner of this game will play the winner of XSET Luminosity for another slot for Berlin.
That
We
should
are
be a good
deciding
game,
spots
too.
today. We aren't eliminating people today. We're deciding.
Very
Is that
well
a new
could have
agent?
met win
Is
condition.
this a teaser?
I sure hope so.
Sloth
Dude.
Sniper
Deploying drone.
would be interesting.
I'm here for it.
Orb emitting.
Take
down.
my money. Trailblazer, Poison Cloud, and also the Snake Bite coming in. And how about this? Raucus is actually going to come into the Hunter's Fury. He does tag down Ethan, I believe, once, but
Yes.
cannot finish the kill. There's also tagged by the Al drone, so space has been gained in front of
Scanning
B,
ahead.
but even still, FaZe not feeling confident about it, are just going to re-wrap over to join Baby J in
But
mid.
they've caused a big rotation. But the counter to that is that Steel has a deep position
Yep.
here in Cave. And so it's going to get interesting to see how it plays out. Austin coming looking to take the battle out in the middle. Austin able to win his
No.
fight over on Corey. So main advantage gain for 100 Thieves. And again, Steel still has his spot. It goes unchecked. Neural Theft comes in, and this is looking great.
And confidence through Nitro, still with the scope, able to find one, but the Neural Theft may have done him awry right there as he was expecting the aggressive challenge, but holding the ground.
Enemy remaining.
Steel in the back, able to find one. Baby Bay, nowhere to go but down.
Multi-prong pressure on 100 Thieves. We're able to just kind of, settle in the corner. So I think Hiko's a big part of that. Just the stalling tactics he had to force FaZe to feel like they needed to divert back. And then, yeah, still in the perfect position to collect. Neural Theft was huge there. Now they have a double stack on the double stack. And that could be interesting.
Aldrone will see Nitro, but like you mentioned, Steel will be concealed throughout this. Does actually get flushed out by a snake bite off screen and kind of the other side of the map. Saw the tail end of the gunfight between Ethan and Corey. And this Viper's Pit getting committed to, but again, not a lot gained from it as of yet. Also just going to slip around the back. This could actually cut FaZe's offense into two. And actually, it's going to dive right on in. Austin up for three. Able to hit the dismiss, sees Raucus at range. It's a Marshall for him. And oh my, Asuna single-handedly once again destroys the
Loser doesn't go home. They're still in the lower bracket. There's one spot up for grabs through that
Revealing
direction.
area.
But yeah, the win here is so big because now you're one best of three away from Berlin if you take a victory here. And 100 Thieves are already a match to the good. And already a great opening in this one.
Raucus did find first blood though. Hiko trying to fight back, but Raucus again.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that triple Marshall setup that we very regularly see kind of come through here on Breeze. So 3v3, but you still have Marshals v operators, so you're going to have to hit more headshots if you're any of these final three FaZe players.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That is for certain. I still haven't really made too much presence anywhere else in the map, though we are seeing Corey start to make some real good forward progress through the A halls. But the thing is, Nitro's waiting for this. He's sitting in defending spawn. He's kind of keeping an eye on a potential A hall push through. They still have a good defense on the side itself. So, I mean, 100 Thieves are fairly well prepared for this very scenario. It's going to come down to whether or not Corey can get this kill on Nitro. If he can, then all of a sudden things get interesting.
Oh, but Ethan, he's actually feeling a bit fortuitous. Wants to move forward through the cave. Sees the weapon of one. Also, the sentry turret reveals him. Baby J. Huge pick here, and he finds it.
30 seconds left.
3v2. Nitro rotating. Oh my goodness, how did he ever get that shot versus Corey? Steel now on the site. Final two FaZe members right in front of him. Steel for one. That's the spike carrier down. Spy cam will be spent. Rock is revealed by this. No chance for him to delete the dart from the body, and
Cave able to deliver. And so 100 Thieves able to get their 7th round. But back to a full bot is FaZe, but they need to figure something out fast. I mean, Hiko's just giving him nothing on this B side. He's playing
Literally
so
zero.
smart, so patient.
There has not been a good look for FaZe here. Outside of maybe one of the opening rounds. Nitro through the toxic screen for one. Does get revealed. Hiko now going to get tested once more, but Ethan is a part of this, and nobody from FaZe expects the quick hit. Ethan for two. Raucus will find one in response to Hunter's Fury, but the site has not been broken, and Asuna is on the deep flank. May not even be needed. Baby J stuck inside an elbow. Ethan gun for full.
Mid control, they need to be able to coordinate better on some of these faster attacks without getting picked off on their way to the site.
And we really haven't seen any of Raucus's utility being set mid-map. I mean, if you were just to take the compare and contrast between what we saw in the first series between Sentinels and Rise, where Sentinels were using a lot of their Sova utility mid-map, Raucus hasn't done that at all. And with the extra flash presence, 100 Thieves have been able to just walk in, see what's going on mid-map, and then rotate back away. Baby Bay aggressive. Gonna be denied. Ethan for another kill. And, well, I don't really know what to say from here. I mean, it's just, you have to force something in, and they're going to try to make a play over in towards B. Hiko is watching this. You also have a little bit of assistance from Steel backside of sight. Sentry turret will make sure that, yes, indeed, Hiko, there are players coming through, but FaZe, not bad. Find the first couple of kills, and that's going to be a plan.
Yeah, pretty solid little kind of fake there over towards A side. Definitely kept players in place, allowed them to have Easter access to this B site, and they're able to get some work done. But Asuna bringing it right back into a 3 versus 3, but that's a big shot from Zachary. He's finally on the board. What a moment to do it. Let's go striking back.
What in the world? Asuna, he dismisses away. Corey, though, in the dimensional drift, is buying a little bit of time, trying to find some space. 100 Thieves trying to play Where's Waldo with the Yoru right now. Weapon back up into hand. Fake out also set through. Double peek from 100 Thieves, and they still find a way to battle back. Oh my.
I mean, it's a tough one because FaZe didn't necessarily have the firepower to back up that attack, right? I mean, Zachary still, it's a pretty... They need to be able to... If they're going to go for this ace, they need to be able to really solidify that A-Hall's control.
Uh-oh, Nitro sees Baby J, and it's Asuna again, just taking an aggressive angle with this. That's the lockdown now off the table, and that very well could have been what was execute condition for FaZe.
Yep. Now they have to just rely on this Vipers, or never, that's a Vipers, but a Hiko over on the B side of the map. So that's entrenched. Ethan still has mid. Oh, finally they got mid, bro. Can they do something with it now?
Flash comes out, Asuna playing aggressive, but Corey denies. Second blindside coming out. Nitro does get a bit of information that the hit is on the way. Steel still holding the site, finds one. Baby Bay playing a little bit further forward. Zach on the exact opposite angle. Finds another, and ooh, Nitro.
So close.
Nearly takes off the scalp of Baby Bay, but it's a 3v2 for FaZe as they plan.
Off the hair bun of Baby Bay, perhaps. Paranoia goes through, trying to stall Baby Bay from pushing any further. Baby Bay will just kind of stay in the doorway here. Nitro has to worry about a lot right now.
Last player standing.
Hiko comes in, only good for one.
One enemy remaining.
Bags gets the kill. Uh-oh.
No way. No way.
Not like this.
Surely not.
Rifle now gained. Rock is holding in between the two pyramids. Not at full HP, just 67 health. Nitro is full. 2 dart covers to play with. Has to clear space, and round they go. The snap. Oh my goodness.
So much ground, especially if you double up those abilities one way. And on a pistol round,
Revealing area.
where you're kind of more prone to do those types of things, again, it can be a lot to deal with. We are seeing at least a quick push through elbow, though, from FaZe to have at least a faster flank towards A side.
Trapwire will be there to keep this play honest, though, so you got to reconsider what exactly you want to do, as now the hit starts to unfold. Baby J able to find the first, but flashed out from finding anything beyond it. Asuna taking over so much space, not able to capitalize on an opportunity in front, but Nitro there watching the opposite angle, and uh-oh is right. Thus, there's 3 straight kills. Baby Bay, sure, you got this flank plus an extra little tap onto the head, but you are in a 1v3, and that's just a free rotation for 100 Thieves to go plant over at B.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Bay is also just stuck, still fighting. He's worried about being like mid. That's a watch decision. That's a nice little kill on the Hiko, but again, Spike's not being planted B. I hope that Asuna gets back up with Ethan. I would hate to see them give 1v1s to Baby Bay here, because Baby Bay has the health and the skill to win this.
Oh, he does see Ethan on the corner. Okay, Ethan just does
don't
not.
touch it.
Just don't
touch the fire.
Yep.
Don't touch
Stove
it.
is hot.
Stove is hot. Red alert. Okay.
Asuna timing from behind. Maybe be considerate of this, but misses the timing. They're playing with a different level of confidence than their opponents are on this map.
So if 3 marshals wasn't enough, baby.
How about 5?
We're in the Old West. Get your cowboy hats and your spurs on.
Is there something to be said about not shooting the sheriff? But
the deputy is fine.
I did shoot the marshal.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's no deputy in this game,
Unfortunately, missed opportunity. Honestly.
Spike planted.
Spike will be planted. And well, for FaZe, I don't know how you retake a site.
The marshals, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. But they're darn sure gonna try.
Maybe.
Send it.
Well, it's gonna be maybe one by one they go, because first one forward is Baby Bay.
Bro, this is like
does get the wall. Corey is playing alongside Rockets. Asuna thinks about peeking. Flash dumps out. There's 1. There's 2. Oh my goodness! I thought Asuna got the 3rd. Please, yes.
Tweets.
Bias caster.
I'm the best though. Definitely want to follow me and say only kind things about me. But Shift, you know, each their own.
He plays with such a high sensitivity. These little micro corrections. Even when you slow it down, it doesn't look like it's slowed down.
I've got your trail.
Different, you'd say.
Oh.
Speaking of crack, Baby J making a big play there. Gets spiked down, gets the man advantage, and gets control of cave position.
But Asuna has gained the A site and has an Empress to play with if he wants to.
Your fault.
That's a big catch.
Asuna's still alive. I mean, you can have as many kills as you want if you're FaZe, but until you kill Asuna,
Finished.
this round is still plausible. And with that response coming out as well from Ethan, now it becomes very doable. Spike has been collected, 55 seconds on the clock, and it will be planted. Zachary looking to get aggressive. Ethan has read this. I like to come through, able to get the flash, not able to find the angle. Maybe here as well. A little bit of damage confirmed. Asuna, no way. 1v1. Asuna not gonna find it. FaZe stay alive.
Oh,
If only barely.
wow, the hair on their chinny chin chin. They are able to pull this one through, get themselves a 4th round. Again, very costly. No ult, but still plenty of utility.
Yeah.
Another maybe early A-Hall battle in play here.
Blades for Baby Bay. Early lockdown coming through. Baby J gonna once again just take the same angle, finds the kill. Nitro responds to 1, but not the second.
Spike down
Baby J
A.
for 3, and oh my.
Alrighty.
That
Well then,
works.
sir. Okay. Now you have my attention.
I need you to dress up as Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Django Unchained now for Halloween.
No.
All right,
I think
well, I tried.
that's a hard no. Nothing good would come of that.
You had my curiosity, sir.
It's a good line, but
It's a great line.
not a good costume to wear.
Cutting through.
Anyway, as we get on to this, we'll have FaZe going up to 5.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Should.
Yes.
45 seconds to play, and the Spike has to clear so much space no matter which site you want to go to.
Toxins going up.
We got the boomers of 100 Thieves still left on the server. See what they can do
Deck
here.
W.
Yep. I mean,
30 seconds
very
left.
good boomers, I would say.
For sure.
They're the
Zach?
best. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 22 seconds on the clock.
They don't have time to go B, though.
One enemy
Rocket
remaining.
for 1.
Last player
Not gonna get the
standing.
second. Hiko. It's only 1 HP essential for AJ. 1 bolt will do the trick. 13 seconds on the clock.
Didn't have time.
Hiko has to commit. Has
10
to commit
seconds
here.
left.
Baby J is holding the site. Damage from the sentry, and Baby J does just.
He's onto a low buy, so this is a
Yeah.
chance for FaZe to start building up a little bit of something here, making this a close contest all of a sudden. They need a couple more, though. They need keep this rolling.
This could be nice. Baby Bait. Elevation angle. Tries to avoid the flash, but has to give up the angle. And here comes the attack from 100 Thieves. Through the poison cloud they go. Snake fight. Also flushing out 1. And Zach doesn't actually finish the kill. Ethan able to find 1. Now dismissing forward as Asuna as he takes care of Baby Bay and 100 Thieves on what is essentially nothing purchased. They're in a 5v3 with a plant.
Portal closed.
Yeah, let's see how the rest of it plays out. Regrowth coming from Ethan to help reinforce his teammates here. They already have man advantage on this retake, but Baby J gonna equalize those odds with a kill onto Steel. The rest of the 100 Thieves still holding onto the site firmly.
Baby J trying to clear a little bit of space as he moves over towards the corner. On that flank, though, would be Nitro.
Toxins going up.
Corey finds 1. 100 Thieves just trying to kill off time. Here comes Nitro's flank, but he's
player
denied by the
standing.
toxic screen. Kills are good from FaZe. Nitro, he is snuck behind, but they will see him. And he nearly gets a lineup. That could have been dirty, but Raucus will secure the defuse. And hold on a second, we've got our
Key as well. I mean, that was just such a great secrets of utility, and they almost pulled it off because of it.
with no weapons. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. That's how good their utility was there.
what?
Oh my goodness.
Dimensional Drinks.
Deleted.
Just to rotate away, Baby J does lock down Cave, so at
That
least
is
for
his place,
FaZe.
bro. That's his
Yeah.
home.
Yep.
Stay away from there.
Lear comes out, guiding light again. Flashes come
I
through.
know
Zach, no chance. This 0 chance. He's flashed to oblivion.
Neural Theft out as well to give extra intel to 100 Thieves to make these final decisions, since they will get the spike down with a 4-on-3, and they know that the defense is really still far out. That's the thing about this map, so large, when you have to make these later rotations, don't have a whole lot of time to work it out.
The lockdown that could be used for the retake isn't even going to fully encompass the entirety of the
Exactly.
zone. So, I mean,
well,
this
it
is
could, but then you put it in a dangerous position to do so.
yeah.
Blinded.
There it goes. Comes out. Oh, it actually gets destroyed. Nice paranoia from Nitro, and that will
One
allow them a
enemy
chance to
remaining.
peek. Baby J, nowhere to go but down. Raucus from inside the tunnel. Good for 1, but that will be it. And 100.
One.
Oh boy, well, it's going to take 6 in a row here for FaZe. They will have a Viper's Pit to deny the front door to B.
Yes.
Doesn't seem to be really deterring 100 Thieves too much, though. They still have 4 members that are stacked over this direction.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to see if maybe FaZe are going to look to use that Viper's Pit to try to get aggressive into B lobby, or whether they're just using it to anchor site. Now that they kind of know what they're up against, they're starting to back off, starting to route over towards B tunnels. They look to get some access to middle, create a little bit of pressure, try to force some respect out of FaZe defensively all across the map. They also have to be concerned about Baby J, who is relentlessly pursuing K's position. Hiko will throw a wall down on A side to kind of threaten that while they look to take middle. Baby J is in a little bit of trouble here.
He's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to have to find at least one, then dash away. He's able to get the Cloud Burst to at least provide some distance. Ethan still wants to push forward. Safety net of the Viper's Pit is there, but as Corey tries to make his way in, still actually locks down 2. It's now just down to Zach, and Zach is good for a double of his own. 21 HP, but a 3v2 as FaZe bend but do not break. The question mark is, do you still recognize that Nitro's in the back of the site? And yes, they do. So 3 in the round for Zach, and now it's just on to Hiko.
Yeah, really well done by Zachary here. Such a big play inside that Viper's Pit to get that multi-frag and to keep his team afloat. Hiko trying to sneak in, still making it happen, but little time left. And those fight positions is going to be a tough call. And Baby J still point away on how these are playing. Like, they're just a master class of mass control right now from them.
Yeah, really the only time that we've established dominance for FaZe's defense is Baby J over through caves.
Yes. Exactly. Everything else, it's been 100 Thieves being able to dictate the basic, get access to B tunnels, threaten one of the toughest sites to crack in the game just based on how they use their utility, which is that B choke point. So they're doing a lot of things right, even though that they're losing, that keep the faith alive that they're eventually going to find a way to close. Now, if FaZe can win 1 or 2 more confident rounds, it's a different story all of a sudden.
Yeah, for sure. Different angle here for Baby J, getting on top of the double box. Trying to watch over the middle. Nitro, operator in hand. Baby J is going to have to respond to whatever comes through this toxic screen. Lyra goes through Trailblazer as well. Here comes 100 Thieves. Recon bolt sent to try to counter. Lots of information off of it as well. Tons of players get tagged, and that's enough for Rockets to say, okay, time to go for the Hunter's Fury. Not going to really connect with too much, though. Viper's Pit also going to be spent. Baby J moving on forward, denies the Empress. Spike does get planted, though. It's all about what happens in the 4v4.
Yeah, that was a big shutdown, but like you said, there's still a lot of interesting resist this retake, but Corey cracks open one, so the Baby J now the tides are turned.
Nice. Just up to steal. Puts himself inside the cyber cage. Players all over the site, littering it. In fact, and Zachary from the high ground will find the kill. So now all of a sudden, cooking with a bit of gas is FaZe. 8-12 will be the tally, and they've
being so efficient on how they traded back into the site, even through a Viper's Pit, and now they force 100 Thieves onto a save. That's big news for them. That's a big win.
Do this cleanly. Not only are you on 9, but your bank accounts are going to be looking mighty fine.
Yes.
Which could be absolutely pivotal when it comes to trying to stretch through these backgrounds to force an overtime. Lots of pressure established by 100 Thieves, but it's read by the recon bolt. And just tapping away. Corey does get blessed with a headshot.
This round
in a second.
Becoming a foregone conclusion, pretty much. These are able to get access to A through mid door, using the cage to cross into site. Maybe just trying to sneak a plant in here. Not the best they could probably really hope for. They're actually doing a little bit of damage here and there, but yeah, Baby J, the king of the caves, strikes once more. Tight for retake, so you have to be a little bit more crafty with it. Maybe even use it earlier round, like he did to get Cage earlier. And this time he's been silenced, finally.
Yeah.
That's such a big kill for Ethan. Conventional drift being
Corey.
used to flank in.
Oh no,
Bye-bye.
Gets caught.
Goodbye.
A little greedy playing for the information. Gets pulled out of the channel of the ult and right into the waiting columns of Nitro.
I mean, that
so now 5-3. Yeah, I know, right? Baby J holds the angle, finds one in response, but also gets the trade. It's all down to Zach and Raucus, and watch the late one from Steel. The attacking Cypher might not even be required. Raucus has been affected. Steel right behind. And well, this would be a 1v4 from the Aegis, but it will not happen. It took a little bit longer than maybe we anticipated after the first half, but still the result, I think, went as expected.